All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Insight Policing live stream Uncut. My name is Dr. Megan Price, and I teach Insight Policing, which is conflict resolution for law enforcement. Today, we're going to be watching a video and looking at the conflict behavior within a police encounter and discussing. So here we are, joined by Mike Delaney.
Hey, guys.
And Andre Brooks.
Hello. Hello.
So, guys, what is conflict behavior?
Mike. Andre, well, let me just say this first. Just a quick background of me that I have is I've been in policing for going on 30 years now, mostly in the DC area, Washington, DC area. And my main focus was investigating homicides and police-involved shootings and robberies and things like that. And now I'm co-instructing Insight Policing with Dr. Price and Andre Brooks. So their conflict behavior is it's like the emotions that people may be displaying that they feel that they have to defend against some kind of threat. And you know, us as officers, we do have to notice that, but I mean, it could be anything. It could be body language. It can be words that people say, their actions when they see the police, or anything like that. Could be a conflict that they're dealing with internally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and conflict behaviors are the things that we do that create a conflict dynamic, right? So if I'm yelling at you, Mike, then you're going to yell back at me. And from the outside, it looks like an argument or a fight, but that's only possible because we're deciding to yell at each other. And so the motivation for that is defending against some sort of feeling of threat. And so in Insight Policing, we like to notice conflict behavior, because when you do, then you can start to get curious about what's going on for, well, yourself, you know, once you feel yourself heightening, and also the person who you're interacting with. So in this video, it took place last May 2020. It appears that there's a young man who's been stopped. Maybe he looks suspicious. He's on the street. We don't really know what led up to his interaction with the police, but what ensues is definitely conflict behavior. So let's take a look. Can you see that, guys?
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You look goofy as hell, bro. Stop touching me, bro. Obviously, nobody's going nowhere. Hey, what'd I tell you? I told you I was waiting for somebody to come here. They right here, bro.
Sit down.
Oh, my God. You're tough as fuck, huh? Hey, you tough as fuck, huh?
Stop.
Hey, we don't care.
Stop.
Bro, you goofy as hell, bro. Hey, Mr. Dadges, you making a big-ass deal out of nothing, Brody.
You're the one that
you making a big-ass deal out of nothing, Brody.
Sit down.
You making a big-ass deal out of nothing. You real big, though, huh?
Dude,
hey, you real big.
You're the one that just
hey, you real big.
Sit down.
Hey, you real tough.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, where was I at? Where was I at? Right there. I told you, brother, right at the came, bro.
That's fine.
The people came. I'm finna dip.
Okay.
I have no reason to be detained by you, bro.
Sit down.
Bro, stop.
Sit down.
Bro, you see your bro.
Sit down, dude. For real.
Y'all are funny as hell, bro. Niggas is funny as hell, bro. Hey, 11:30.
That's fine, dude.
At 11:30 on Twitter, nigga.
You've already put your hands on me.
Bro, I didn't put nothing on you, bro. It's on camera, so you can check me.
That's
it's
fine.
all good. Hey, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Hey, look at my name. What we doing? What we doing?
Dude, I'm talking to you.
Sit down.
Sit down.
I'm waiting for somebody to come.
Okay.
All right, bro. Tell him stop touching me, bro.
No,
First of all, stop touching me.
You can't listen.
Nah, back up out of here, bro.
Listen to me.
Bro, y'all
Okay.
hella goofy, bro.
I'm talking to you, and you smacked me.
Bro, nobody smacked you, bro. Where I smack you?
You didn't?
Where I smack you?
You didn't?
Where I
You didn't?
smack
You didn't hit my
Where
arm?
I smack you?
Alright.
All right, but why are you grabbing me, though? Why are you grabbing me?
Because you keep trying to.
Because
Why
you
you
keep trying
grabbing
to
me?
stand up.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Quit talking to me, bro. I ain't got nothing to say to you, bro.
That's fine.
All right. Straight up. Goofy as hell, bro. Hey, no, chill out. I'm good, bro. I already know I'm good. Hey, if niggas want to shoot me or do some weird shit out here right now, bro, you feel me? Shit finna be straight. Bro, dumb as fuck.
Take a deep breath. Okay.
Bro, you see what's going on, though, right? Bro, for real. I'm waiting out here for my friends. I told you that.
That's
Hey,
right.
did you look my name up already, bro?
We're gonna
Did you look? Wait, what 24 stand for too?
We're gonna
Hey, what that
talk to
stand
you.
for? Is that a gang? Is that a gang thing? Hey, you got 24 on your shit too?
We're gonna talk to you.
All right, talk to
Okay.
me then. Get me out
But
these
take
fucking
a- I
cuffs.
need you to take a
Talking
deep
about I'm
breath.
detained, bro. Ain't no
Okay.
deep breath. Ain't no calming down, bro. Y'all got 6 cops for no reason over here, bro.
Wow.
That's very interesting. That went downhill pretty fast, huh? I never did I miss some part of it? Did he said the guy, the suspect hit him? Did I miss a earlier part of that, or?
That wasn't, there was, the beginning was silent. There was no, the part that we didn't see, but we didn't see any assault in the video. And it sounded like the young man who was detained said that he reacted when the officer grabbed him. So, I mean, so we don't really know.
Well, one thing I will add to that real quick, Megan, is it did look like, and I looked a little bit online about this case, and I know the officer was terminated, and they charged him with falsifying police documents and police reports. Just in reference to the assault that the officer claimed, if that would have happened, and again, we don't know what happened before the video, you know, we weren't there, so I get all that, but I would assume that the young man would have been in handcuffs at that point when he allegedly assaulted the officer. I see he put him in cuffs once the kid started, you know, kept getting up, and he sat him back down, got back up, sat him back down, then he put him in cuffs. I think if he would have assaulted the officer, then, you know, put him in handcuffs immediately if that's the case, if he really assaulted you. So I just wanted to, and again, it's Monday morning quarterbacking is difficult. I know when you don't have all the information, but it doesn't take much to, you know, try to put two and two together in some of these situations. So
Really, that's, you know, if the officer was assaulted, the kid probably would have took off on foot. So I mean, he had ample time to get away. I mean, it just doesn't seem like, I mean, we've been in altercations where someone has assaulted us. And you know, when you're assaulted, I mean, there's you know, it becomes a whole different situation. Your adrenaline's going, you're fighting. You're not gonna let nobody just assault you and then just keep on talking to him and try to detain him and sit him down. So, I mean, that's just, you know, that's probably a little.
Well, and so I think this is, you know, your classic example of conflict, right? So what do we see from the young man that was conflict behavior?
well, early on in the video, he wasn't listening. I couldn't hear everything he was saying. It may have been on my end, but I know he was saying, I'm here waiting on my friend. You're running my name, so you can tell this has been going on for a while, because I guess the officer may have gotten his name and his information to check for warrants or whatever. But the kid he's verbally being non-compliant, but initially he's doing what he's told to do. He sits down, but you know, then he jumps up as it continues to escalate. But the initial conflict was he didn't want to be touched. He was, you know, saying, no, I'm not getting, you know, I'm not. Again, it was breaking up on my end, everything he was saying, but you could tell he was verbally being non-compliant with what the officer was saying.
Yeah, he was arguing. He was annoyed. He was challenging the officer. Why are you doing this? And then he was insulting the officers, right? You look hella goofy. You're hella goofy. You know.
I think from his
gang. What? Right.
Right.
Sorry, Andre. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I think from the violator, or that's what you want to call him, his point of view, I guess he feels like he's just sitting out, hanging out, not doing anything, and he's being harassed. So, you know, now you're harassing me. I just told you why I'm here. I'm waiting on my friends to show up. They're here. You can clearly see that they're here now. You've got my ID. Now you're telling me to sit down. What are you? I mean, I haven't done anything. I haven't broken a law. I'm not committing a crime, but you're constantly kind of harassing me. So yeah, now this is becoming, not only is it embarrassing, but now you're detaining me for what? For what reason? What crime did I commit? I just told you what I was sitting here. So, you know, now the officer has escalated this a situation that could have been, you know, handled just by saying, hey, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm waiting for my friend. Okay, who's your friend? You know, I mean, just asking some curious questions about why he was there, and it could have prevented the entire thing and could have de-escalated that whole entire situation. So,
Mhm. Mhm. So, I mean, I think that's a really good point. So, what was it that the officer did that kept it going, that escalated it?
yeah, I mean, you know, grabbing him, and then it, you know, gets to the point where, hold on, why are you physically touching me? I'm doing. It appears that I'm doing everything you asked me to do. I'm giving you my name. I'm not running. I haven't touched you. I didn't see an assault. So, I mean, at this point now, it's like, okay, you know, you've called backup. You got all these other officers arriving, and now you're waiting to put me in handcuffs. So now this officer has just created a situation for himself as well as this guy that really probably could have been avoided just by some simple questions.
Well, not only that, you said it before, Dre, and we see it a lot during traffic stop videos and all, where the officer just simply let the person know why you're there, what's going on, were you called there, did someone call 911, was there a report of a suspicious person, and you just want to check him out, just let him know that. Because like you said, Dre, it just continued to escalate. And you know, the kids' emotions kept going. You had more people walking up with cameras, it looked like, in the background. And again, when more officers come, that's more attention being drawn to it. People want to stop and record. And then you have the high emotions of the people in the car. And I don't want to jump too far ahead, Megan. Let me know if I am. But the kid said there were 6 officers there. I don't know if he was exaggerating. I think I saw 3 in the video as the camera spun around, but at no point did any of the officers try to intervene with the people in the car just to talk to them, to cut them off from that situation, just stand between them and the officer and the kid, Mr. Johnson. You know, you can't just allow everybody yelling in. It just creates more chaos, it seems like.
Right. And, you know, the one female officer, she made a valiant attempt to try to calm him down. But I mean, at that point, you're being detained and you're being charged with slapping the officer. Now, when we first started looking at hearing the video, I thought I heard him say, "I'm gonna slap you," or "you." I couldn't hear what it seemed like the officer was telling the guy something. I didn't catch it all the first like 10 seconds of that video. So you know, yeah, I don't get what the officer's angle was in terms of effectively communicating with this guy.
Well, he was arguing. I mean, I think at the end of the day, this was a conflict, and the officer was arguing with the young man, with the subject or suspect or whatever we might want to call him, and he wasn't letting it go. Right? He's like, okay, I've decided that I'm going to have the power here. I'm going to put him in cuffs. I'm going to do what I need to do, but I'm going to win. Right? And I mean, that's what it looked like to me. And so if he were to back down, if he were to say, okay, our bad, you're not who we were looking for, or you don't seem to be committing any crime, you know, then maybe there was some side, he was worried about, you know, losing face, or who knows, we'd have to ask him. Right. But what's so interesting is that he didn't let go, and that not backing down is, again, it's a conflict behavior. And it's something that you can recognize in any role that we might be, you know, in any one of our roles in life, if it's as a police officer, or as a, you know, a partner, a parent, whatever it is, it's a familiar feeling, right? To not want to back down, but that's going to get you in trouble. So this officer ends up arresting this man for assault on a police officer. And we did hear at the beginning that he smacked the man smacked the officer on his arm in response to being grabbed, right? So we kind of smacked him away. So that was the assault, and that was the charge. And it's just fascinating because, like you said at the beginning, Mike, this officer lost his whole career because he wouldn't back down, because he didn't recognize that conflict behavior isn't going to get you anywhere. You want to recognize what's at stake for me and what's the best decision here. Probably to take a deep breath and, you know, look at the facts. This guy isn't committing any crime.
Let me tell you, a simple explanation by the officer to that guy, explaining why he stopped and why he asked him for his ID and what he was doing, could have just go ahead and terminated the entire thing. Hey, I stopped you because you know, you were hanging out here. We've had some issues with people stealing cars. It could have been anything. I mean, he could have made up anything if wanted to, and just said, "Look, I appreciate your cooperation. I see your friends are here. Have a nice day." I mean, you just need to learn to slow down in police work, learn to communicate effectively with people out here, and you know that relationship that the police want to have again with the community will turn around on 110%. As we see another situation here of lack of communication, and probably definitely would have been able to benefit from insight policing to ask some curious questions to de-escalate a situation that didn't need to go where it is.
Mhm.
Well, also, I know he kind of, you know, the officers, in much like the George Floyd situation, you have officers there that are backing you up. And now you're putting everyone's career in jeopardy, doing, you know, falsifying information. You know, he hasn't gone to trial or anything yet, but let's say he does go and he's found guilty. Now, you know, the officers that are there as backup officers, you have squad mates, you have supervisors that may have signed that report after he submitted the arrest paperwork. I mean, you have a lot of people that are affected by this. And, you know, when you have incidents like this and officers that are not equipped to handle it properly, then it puts a lot of us in jeopardy. You know, it's just bad all the way around. And like you said, Dre, these officers have to have training. Insight policing is available. They need the training. You know, it's there.
Mhm.
Yeah, and cameras aren't going away. So you can best believe these cameras are capturing everything, good and bad. And what they're catching is a lot of police officers who can't effectively communicate with the citizens that they protect and serve. And you know, as a result, you're continuously seeing officers being terminated, careers ended, leaving, you know, finding themselves trying to justify an unjustifiable incident. In this day and time, the times have changed, and these cameras won't lie. So, you know, officers need to adapt to the new change out here. And not saying that you need to double down on your defense out here, but you better learn how to talk to people in this new day and age if you want to be the police officer and you want a long career out of it.
And I just want to I think that's absolutely, those are all really good points. And so right on, Andre. But I do want to raise one more point about this video that I think is really interesting and is connected to what you're saying about communicating. And you said before, you know, the female officer made a valiant effort to try to get the man to talk, to calm down. But I have to say that her approach was escalating, right? She said, take a deep breath, calm down. We just want to talk to you, calm down. But that's not getting curious. That's at all. That's just making him feel even more defensive. Like, you're not hearing me, and now you're telling me to calm down, to take a deep breath. You know, so you can see that there are some techniques out there that don't really work, that have the opposite effect than they're intended to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, because those are more like statements and demands for you to, hey, listen, I understand you're upset. You know, let me try to, once you calm down, maybe we can talk about it. Why are you upset? No, calm down. You're gonna tell me to calm down. Calm down for what? I mean, you know,
It almost it's almost like she came and confirmed that the kid was wrong, but just calm down, like you said. It's a demand, and it's just not it's not received well. I mean, even, you know, in situations not involving police, nobody wants to be told to calm down, you know. So
very condescending.
Conflict, we're defending what's important to us. I mean, we really feel like we're, you know, something is wrong, and we need to be able to articulate that and be heard on it before we're going to calm down. I mean, before there's even any chance of calming down.
Right. That's true.
Yep.
Good point.
All right. Well, we've come to the end of our hour. That was fun. So conflict behavior, be on the lookout for it, right? In yourself, when you notice you're digging in your heels and or getting angry, right? And then notice it when you see it arising in other people, when their emotions are high, when they're starting to yell or resist or or defend, right? And get curious. And that way, if you have an explanation for what you're doing, then they'll be more open to hear it, right?
Right.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll be with you again next week. Thanks, guys.
Please.